Welcome back to EngliMation. Today, Marcus explores 4 words that all describe cooking with hot water: boil, simmer, poach, and blanch. These 4 words all describe cooking food in hot water, but temperature, bubble intensity, and technique separate them completely. By the end of this video, Marcus will know exactly which word fits which pot. It started when Marcus tried making poached eggs for the very first time. The water boiled violently, and the egg completely fell apart inside. Aunt Rosa laughed gently and said, "That's boiling, not poaching. Big difference." That evening, Marcus felt a little embarrassed. Wasn't hot water just hot water? So Marcus decided to spend the week paying close attention to every single one of these cooking words, right there in the kitchen. The next evening, Marcus watched Aunt Rosa cook a big pot of pasta. The water rolled violently, big aggressive bubbles crashing to the surface. "This needs a full boil," she said, stirring the pasta in with confidence. Marcus noticed this word described the most intense water of all. Boil meant water at its hottest, bubbling hard, fast, and rolling constantly. Perfect for pasta and potatoes, foods tough enough to handle the chaos. A little later, Aunt Rosa dropped fresh corn into a second pot. The water instantly bubbled back up hard around the cobs, rolling fiercely. "Corn just needs a quick full boil," she said, setting the timer with ease. Sitting at the table, Marcus wondered something new. Would a delicate egg survive that same violent rolling boil? Probably not. Marcus suspected something gentler might be needed for softer foods. So Marcus wrote the very first note. Boil means water at its hottest, bubbling hard and rolling constantly. Pasta, potatoes, corn. Sturdy foods tough enough to handle the intensity. And here is Marcus's first discovery. Boil. Water at its hottest, bubbling hard and rolling constantly. Perfect for pasta and potatoes. Sturdy foods that can handle the intensity. The next day, Aunt Rosa turned the heat down on a pot of sauce. The violent bubbling settled into small, gentle bubbles, breaking softly. "This needs to simmer slowly," she said, stirring at an easy, steady pace. Marcus noticed this word felt much calmer than a full boil. Simmer meant small, gentle bubbles, cooking low and slow over time. Sauces, soups, stews, all needing that patient, steady, gentle heat. Later, Aunt Rosa let a pot of chicken simmer for hours. Small bubbles rose occasionally, filling the kitchen with a comforting aroma. "Good soup needs patience," she said, checking it gently every so often. At the table, Marcus pieced together this word's real pattern. Simmer meant small, gentle bubbles, cooking low and slow with real patience. The violent rolling pasta pot from before, nothing like a gentle simmer. So Marcus wrote the second note, the calmer pace now clear. Simmer means small, gentle bubbles, cooking low and slow over time. Common for sauces and soups, calmer and cooler than a full rolling boil. Wiping down the counter that evening, Marcus felt the picture coming together. 2 words down, boil and simmer. One intense, one wonderfully calm. But Marcus's original goal, poaching that egg, still needed its own investigation. The next morning, Aunt Rosa demonstrated the technique properly. The water sat almost still, just tiny occasional bubbles rising from below. She gently slid the egg in, and this time it held its shape perfectly. Marcus noticed this word described the calmest water of all, by far. Poach meant water barely moving, almost still, just below a simmer. Gentle enough to cook delicate foods without breaking them apart at all. That afternoon, Aunt Rosa gently poached a chicken breast too. Barely moving water, flavored with herbs, kept the meat tender and intact. "Poaching keeps things soft," she said. "No rough bubbles allowed nearby." At the table, Marcus confirmed exactly where this word belonged. Poach meant barely moving water, the gentlest heat of all, for delicate foods. Even a simmer, with its small bubbles, was too rough for something this soft. So Marcus wrote the third note, the gentleness now finally clear. Poach means water barely moving, almost still, the gentlest heat of all. Perfect for eggs, fish, and chicken, delicate foods that need real care. And here is Marcus's third discovery, poach. Water barely moving, almost still, the gentlest heat of all. Perfect for eggs, fish, and chicken, delicate foods protected from breaking apart. The next day, Marcus noticed something unusual on the counter. 3 words down, boil, simmer, and poach, each with a clear meaning. Aunt Rosa had set up a pot of violently boiling water beside a bowl of ice. Aunt Rosa dropped a handful of broccoli into the boiling water briefly. Just a few seconds later, she scooped it straight into the icy bowl. "That's blanching," she said, a quick dunk, then straight into the cold. Marcus noticed this word wasn't really about gentle heat at all. Blanch meant a very quick boil, just seconds long, followed immediately by ice water. Two fast steps working together, not one steady, ongoing cooking process. Aunt Rosa lifted the cooled broccoli, showing it off with pride, vividly bright green and still crisp, nothing like the dull, mushy piece nearby. Blanching locks in the color and the crunch, she explained, smiling. At the table, Marcus confirmed the final, most unusual pattern of all. Blanch meant a very quick boil, just seconds, followed instantly by ice water. Nothing like a long, patient simmer. Blanching was fast, then stopped immediately. So Marcus wrote the fourth and final note, tying it all together. Blanch means a very quick boil, just seconds, then straight into ice water. It keeps vegetables bright, crisp, and colorful. A fast two-step trick. And here is Marcus's fourth discovery, Blanch. A very quick boil, just seconds, then immediately plunged into ice water. Common for vegetables, keeping the color bright and the texture perfectly crisp. Later that night, Marcus laid out all four notes side by side. For the first time, the whole picture became completely clear. It was time to put everything together and see how these words truly connect. Here's everything Marcus learned, side by side, from hottest to gentlest. Boil is the most intense, simmer is calmer, and poach is the gentlest of all. Blanch stands apart, a quick boil paired instantly with ice, just for a few seconds. Look at the exact same pot of water, used four completely different ways. Boiling is violent and fast, simmering is small and steady, poaching is barely there, and blanching borrows the boil for just seconds, then stops it cold with ice. Here are a few mix-ups worth remembering carefully. Gentle, barely moving water is always poaching, never boiling, and blanching is always quick, just seconds, never a long, slow simmer. So here are Marcus's four golden rules, worth saving. Boil is the hottest and most violent, and simmer is small, gentle, and slow. Poach is the gentlest of all, and blanch is a quick boil, stopped instantly with ice. Now it's time to test everything Marcus has learned. 4 words, real situations. Can you choose the right one? Let's find out. Quiz time. Quiz time. Question 1. The water rolls violently with big, fast bubbles, ready for pasta. Simmer, boil, or poach. Which word fits this intense rolling water? The answer is B, boil. It means violent rolling bubbles, perfect for a big pot of pasta, just like Aunt Rosa's pasta pot from that first evening. Question 2. The sauce cooks with small, gentle bubbles, low and slow. Blanch, simmer, or boil. Which word fits this patient, calm cooking? The answer is B, simmer. It means small, gentle bubbles, cooking low and slow, perfect for sauce, just like Aunt Rosa's tomato sauce that afternoon.
Question 3. The water barely moves at all as a delicate egg cooks gently inside. Boil, blanch, or poach. Which word fits this barely moving, gentle water? The answer is C, poach. It means barely moving water, the gentlest heat, perfect for a delicate egg, just like Aunt Rosa's proper demonstration that finally got it right. Question 4. The broccoli boils for just seconds, then is plunged into ice water. Simmer, blanch, or poach. Which word fits this quick two-step process? The answer is B, blanch. It means a quick boil, then straight into ice water. Perfect for bright, crisp broccoli, just like Aunt Rosa's vivid green broccoli from that morning. Question 5. Corn cobs are dropped into water rolling hard and fast. Poach, simmer, or boil. Which word fits this fierce rolling water? The answer is C, boil. It means hard, fast rolling water, perfect for corn on the cob, just like Aunt Rosa's second pot that same evening. Final question. Remember the very first cooking disaster from the beginning? Which word did Aunt Rosa say Marcus should have used instead of boiling? Simmer, blanch, or poach? Think back to that very first attempt. The answer is C, poach. It fits perfectly. Eggs need the gentlest, barely moving water of all. Full marks. Marcus's journey has truly come full circle. That night, Marcus looked over the notebook one final time. 4 words, 4 lessons, and a whole new way of understanding every pot of water. From a fierce boil to the gentlest poach, every technique told its own story. So remember, boil is violent and rolling, and simmer is small, gentle, and slow. Poach is the gentlest of all, barely moving at all. And blanch is a quick boil, stopped instantly with a plunge into ice water. If Marcus could leave you with just one thought, it would be this. Next time a recipe calls for cooking in water, watch the bubbles closely. How big, how fast, and how long? The right word will follow naturally. One last tip. Here's a quick cheat sheet you can pin near your stove. Violent bubbles mean boil, Small, gentle bubbles means simmer, barely moving means poach, and a quick boil followed by ice always means blanch. One last update, Marcus tried poaching that very egg again, solo this time. Barely moving water, careful hands, and not a single mishap in sight. Aunt Rosa watched proudly from the doorway as the perfect egg came together. That's the end of today's journey with Marcus. 4 words, 1 big idea, and a whole new way to talk about cooking with water. Let's see what you learned. Like, subscribe, and comment below. Which of these 4 words surprised you the most? See you in the next lesson. For more tricky word comparisons, check out our other vocabulary videos. Thanks for learning with Marcus today. See you next time.